Hi, welcome back from our commercial break. We are getting quite good at this now. We know when to put breaks in. So, before we get into the fun stuff, Jeremy, in his position as somebody who has unfortunately discriminating pictures of me, wants to talk about Google Ass.
I think you actually have more discriminating pictures of me.
Actually, I do have one exposing
Uh,
your boob in a pub. But anyway,
it was more. It was all nipple. Come on.
I'm feeling so uncomfortable between them.
You want to talk about Google Glass? Look, you took it to Comic Con last
Yeah.
week, and I got to say, you had some really cool tweets. I mean, you met Nick fucking Fury.
Yeah, it was. So I got like. Let's roll back just a little bit. These first appeared to you guys on an Invisible Walls episode right after E3, where I was.
That went in info. Actually, it was after the Xbox launch,
Yeah.
the announcement.
Was that what it was?
It was after
no,
the
because
Xbox
it was
announcement.
E3 because I got these at E3
Just before E3.
So I got the morning of if you guys just want to kind of know the whole history, a couple months ago I applied to be part of the Project Explorer program, which is Google's kind of they're seeding out Glass to people, developers, people that get to do interesting things like go to E3 and go to Comic-Con.
You're recording a video right now on your Google glasses.
And did you have to fulfill a project or something like that?
You had to like tweet out what you would do with it, and mine were like first-person cooking because, as you guys know, I either play video games or I'm cooking all the time.
Right.
He's a really good
He's
cook.
fantastic. Yeah.
Convention coverage, and going to Europe. And Europe, it was too late. The morning that we started rehearsals for E3, Saturday morning, I was able to go down to Google in Venice, right around the corner from our office here, and pick up my pair of glass. And I've been using it for about 2 months now at all the conventions. It was definitely one of those things that was really fun to have at Comic-Con. I did most of the convention coverage for, like the floor producing for Spike, and I was, like I said, working for MTV Geek. So I was posting photos the whole time. It's just one of those things that I think people are very confused about its capabilities and what it does. And, I'm not getting Marcus's Facebook page with his phone number or anything.
Sorry, what did you just do?
I just turned it on. So there's like,
creeps me
so
out.
this is kind of how it works. And if you guys want to, I should go back one more time. I wore it on Invisible Walls. All that shit went down with Matrick saying really stupid things and Jeff's interview. And we came on, we were going to talk E3 and Glass, and then it became a 40-minute Microsoft conversation.
Yeah.
So we never got to it. So I originally wasn't wearing it just to fuck with you guys. It was going to be a talking point. And now every time I'm on camera, you guys ask where it is.
So what can this damn thing do?
So the biggest thing right now is, there's head tracking, or there's like, you can turn it on by your head, and it's simple as head nod up. Okay, Glass. Take a picture.
I can hear it dinging away.
Yep. And then I could either
I suppose
tap to share, and now it's on Twitter.
And there's no speaker, right?
That's on Twitter now. So
Lovely.
it's as simple as, it may actually be not connected to my phone, or not get the internet from upstairs, so it may not actually be. But you guys
saved
can see
by
that.
faulty technology.
Yes. And it's mostly I'm using it for video and for pictures, tweeting, also my Facebook and Twitter. All, so if you tweet at me, I get it right here.
Right.
It sits about here on my vision as a heads-up display, kind of where your health bar would be
Okay.
in a video game. And it's off most of the time.
Does it have a health bar so you know when
I
you're going to die?
want just like,
That would be
instead of
pretty
like
awesome.
the clock, I just want the health bar because I think that'd be really funny.
I just tweeted at you.
Yeah.
Read it.
Asshole.
There you go.
Yeah, there
Wow.
you go. So yeah, that's how it works. You get email, other things.
And of course, you can do first-person porn with it.
Right, and that's the trailer that's been going around this week.
Yeah.
Marcus and I will be shooting ours after the show.
Yeah, I'm on top this time. Really uncomfortable.
Why am I in the middle of this?
Well, you're the filling.
Filling, right, of course.
Yeah,
Ah.
dude. Between us sick buggers and
Yeah, you walked right into that one. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I did. No, I
So
set-
if you
I
guys
set
have other
myself up.
questions about it, feel free to check it out. I've been posting a ton of photos on my Twitter feed.
Has anybody asked you to please not wear them around them?
It was funny. I was actually
Me.
walking
Yeah.
into a restaurant in San Diego during Comic-Con, and it just happened to be the whole Game of Thrones cast was in there.
Oh, wow.
And the manager came up to me and was like, sir, you're not allowed to record. And
Right.
usually when that happens, you just flip it up like this, and it's off. It auto shuts off. I have it set to, there's a sensor kind of right here. So if it's off my head, it turns off.
Yeah.
Going back to what you said, there is no speaker. So you
Okay.
guys may be hearing
Is that
a little bit. What it is right here, it's just a little nub that vibrates.
okay?
the bone, so I was able to watch.
So is what I'm hearing coming out of your ear?
No, it's still. I think it's still
The
just that
vibrations
little
coming through there. You
vibration,
hear little things. Okay.
But that's kind of your Google Glass walkthrough. I know Marcus is in love with it.
I
It's just
get
kind of like I suppose there's a part of me that's kind of jealous because I do love new toys. But there's also a part of me that's kind of wigged out
you
by it.
feel a little violated, right?
With Jeremy.
And
every
every
day.
time, right? But I mean, like because he walked into the office one day and he just had a conversation, and I wasn't sure if he was recording it or not.
Okay, so like, I'll look right into the camera, and you guys could see. So, if you see that little kind of purple light pop there, so that's how you know it's on. It only stays on for 3 seconds at a time.
Really?
When you activate, well, just so you don't run down the battery, right? So
Oh.
it's not always on. Right now, I see nothing. You turn it on, and it's there, and then you could give it directions.
Okay.
Phone calls, everything. So
All right.
that's Glass. I finally got it out of the way, and I don't have to wear them anymore on this show. So you guys make Marcus happy.
And this is where we kick in with Hallelujah.
There you go.
I feel like
That's
I'm around
the
a live
future.
snake.
I've also wanted to fucking be a cyborg my whole life. So, if they had a option where I just rip out my eyeball and get my email straight to my face, that'd be awesome.
You're almost human.
All right, moving on. Now, as regular viewers of Game Trailers shows will know, I am not adverse to a rant. But this week, Jeremy wants to rant himself. He's got a little rant that he wants to slap out there. And this is something we'll do every episode. Sometimes all three of us will chime in. Sometimes it'll be one or two. Today, Jeremy kicks off the Geek Rant.
We need like a theme song.
It's the geek rant. Yeah, it's time for a geek rant. Here he is, rant.
That works. So really quick, my biggest issue right now is movies are too fucking long. So some of these big epic movies, great. They're 2.5 hours, 2:45. I feel like every movie that was nominated for an Oscar last year, if it wasn't 2 hours and 45 minutes, like it couldn't actually be nominated for Best Picture. And it was like Hobbit. There's 3 or 4 of them that were within like 2 minutes of each other, and they're all too fucking long. I'm okay with some of these epic movies doing it, but then you get comedies. And I keep hearing about it, things like The Heat or Bridesmaids and stuff like that, where if it's a comedy, if you hit 90 minutes, every minute after that you have to earn back that time because it's just at this point too fucking long. And some of these guys, like Adam Sandler, which I don't see his movies anymore, obviously can't self-edit. So they're like, we're just going to have a 3.5 hour fucking movie about our friends hanging around. I think, what was it? This is 40?
It's 40, yeah.
Way too long.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, hey, I'm friends with this guy. Hey, I'm friends with this guy. I'm going to put them in scenes that make no fucking sense. Now it's 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm hungover from a Christmas party trying to watch that movie because I wanted a little bit of happiness. And it's the saddest, most depressing movie that goes on forever. And we're at that point in the summer now where it's like, I don't have time for every movie to be 2.5 hours. And I feel like that filmmakers are like, well, if we don't give them at least a 2.5 hour movie, they're not going to feel like they got their money out of it. And it's like, just make a good movie.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the fucking time. And if I want to see the extended edition of The Hobbit, that's what DVD's for.
Yeah, don't turn a book into 3 films.
Well, that too.
That's
All right,
yeah.
I'm
that's
gonna
ridiculous.
chip.
But that's pretty much my little geek rant. I was trying to plan out my weekend, and I was like, I'm going to try to see 2 or 3 movies, and it's like, oh, you're 2.5 hours. You're 2:45. You're almost 3, and it's like, well, I guess I'll see 2 this weekend because I don't have time.
All right,
Geek rant.
Geek Rant. I wasn't going to do one, but then I got reminded of one. Wolverine opens this weekend, or opened this weekend because you're watching this on the Monday. None of us have been to see it yet. Kind of worried about it, but I am officially pissed now after James Mangold, who is the director, came out and said that the Wolverine DVD/Blu-ray will have lots of extended fight scenes that are unrated and exceptionally violent and more like the Wolverine we want to see. So my message to you, Fox, is stop dicking around with Wolverine. Give it back to Marvel if you're going to keep on churning out PG-13 rated crap. Let's have Wolverine as he's meant to be, the Berserker, going absolute Weapon X on people's asses, slicing them to pieces. It's not necessarily a kiddie's comic book. Some of the Wolverine stories in particular are very gory and very dark. This is what we want. If you want to keep taking our money, give us what we the fans want. Fuck mom and pop in Utah or anywhere else who feel that movies are too violent and shouldn't be watched and there should be family entertainment. Fuck families in the ear. Give us the Wolverine we want. Stop dicking us around. Thank you very much. And
Make sure,
Jeremy,
make
that's
sure
how
to wear,
you do a rant.
Make sure you wear your adamantium condom for that.
Can't we all just get along?
All right. That's it for this week's show. Oh,
Oh
actually,
no, I
hang
have
on.
an assignment.
You
So
have an assignment, and there's a giveaway. I apologize.
yes.
Oh, right. Giveaway.
Giveaways and assignments. So last week we talked a little bit about Man of Steel 2 and how it's going to be based on the tone, maybe, of The Dark Knight Returns. And then a lot of people in the comments or on Twitter are like, "Oh, I've never read The Dark Knight Returns."
Shame.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Well, I mean,
So-
there's a lot of people. I mean, to be fair, the book is almost 20
I
years old.
know. Don't tell me
I think
that.
older
The
than
book,
that.
the book is
Like
almost 20 years
80,
old.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
But Jeremy came up with a great idea of a book club, and this is going to be a two-way street. So, Jeremy,
yes. So every week we are going to give you an assignment. It's either going to be something classic that we love, like Dark Knight Returns, or it's going to be something that you pitch to us. I know a lot of people have been talking about Saga, Hawkeye. We're looking for trade paperbacks.
yes,
So
Oh,
no
you know,
single issues. So
it
just
doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a comic book. Again, it can actually be a piece of science fiction work. It can be,
Yeah.
you know,
Something
the Steel
short that we
Caves,
could-
for example.
yeah, something short that we could turn around in a week.
Well, I can
and
read a
then
book inside 6 hours. So. Oh,
Boom.
that's right. You have a full time.
Da Vinci Code doesn't
Yeah,
count,
yeah.
dude.
Do I look like I'd read that shit?
So
I
this
don't know.
week, everyone go home, go out to your favorite comic book store, pick up the Dark Knight Returns. Marcus and I are going to be at QuakeCon, so we'll be back in 2 episodes to discuss. And then we want to know what we should read, and let us know on Twitter, and we will pick the next book for book club. And we're going to have a rotating cast of characters. It's not just going to be us in these future shows. Like I said, next week, Marcus and I are both out. So, John, you're hosting.
Whee!
By
And-
yourself?
by
Yeah,
yourself.
just me.
Yeah.
By yourself.
It's going to be the John Santo hour.
And then we'll discuss some classic comics and then some of the new stuff as well.
And you know, there's also other stuff that we can talk about. I mean, we're calling it book club, but it can be movie club, TV
Yep.
show
Yeah.
club. I mean, Children of Men is something we do recommend you heartily watch along with Dread.
Yeah.
So we're here to give you advice, but also, you know, educate us. And we saw a lot of the comments last week where, you know, we got some stuff wrong on Vertigo and Dark Horse. We all had brain farts. And we are, you know, we're going to bring more people in, more comic booky experts who, you know, do devour this stuff as the shows progress.
Unfortunately, I have literally a stack of trades in my office that is probably 2.5 feet high that I'm like, I need to get to those at some
So
point.
when's the last time you read The Dark Knight Returns?
You know, probably, I think it was right after Nolan's second movie.
Wow, okay, so it's been a
'Cause
few
it's
years.
been a couple years, so
Yeah.
I need to read it again, which is great, and it's
Just
perfect.
don't get it confused with Dark Knight Returns 2.
Oh, no,
Okay,
no,
too.
don't
I mean,
do that.
that's-
Yeah.
Yeah, we won't be discussing that, but we will discuss Dark Knight Returns when me and Jeremy return. So let's talk about our giveaway, Jeremy.
Yes. So our friends at Kotobukiya have hooked us up with a Mass Effect 3 Commander Shepard Femshep statue. It's pretty awesome. She's got an Omni blade. She's got
Dark hair.
some dark hair. She's got some sweet weapons.
Dude, it's Femshep. She rocks.
It's Femshep. So send us a tweet. Send it at Hoff TV, Annoyed Gamer, or John Santo.
All
Tell
three.
us what you think of this week's show, and we will give you a prize. That's it. Marcus and I will be gone next week. We're heading down to Texas.
Yeah,
to
we're
eat
gonna-
really big steaks.
Yeah, we're going to QuakeCon. So if you're going to be around, come say hi, and we will. You know, you can't discuss Wolverine until
I'm
we
not.
get
I
back.
swear, I'm not going to discuss Wolverine until you get back. Even though I will have seen it, I will give my. No, I won't even. No, you're right. I will say nothing about it until you get back. I promise.
He's gonna lie.
No,
we're
I
gonna
won't.
we're gonna watch it, and he's gonna be talking about it.
I'll bring in people and we'll discuss.
I think we'll go
something
watch it in
else.
Texas, and we'll just cry.
Okay. Oh, I'm seeing
All
it
right.
tonight. I'm
That's
done.
the show.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
See you in 2
Adios.
weeks.
What else am I going
You
to
gotta
talk
wait
about
for
by
us.
myself for 3 hours?
How can you guys do movies we're most excited for podcasts and not talk about Snowpiercer?
What the fuck's a Snowpiercer?
It's only an adaptation of a French graphic novel made by a Korean film production on a global transatlantic scale. Okay, we're talking American cast, Chan Park-wook's involved, director of The Host. Just go online, watch the trailer. You guys got to check it out. It's my pick for 2014 and probably the 2000 teens.
I thought Snowpiercer was some sort of Game of Thrones fan fiction.
Where the fuck did she come from?